This is CBC Here and Now.
This poor dog ate something in Bannerman Park in St. John's that it shouldn't have, ended up getting quite stoned, and this dog is not alone. That story's coming up.
Just ahead, how one Australian biker rode 7,400 kilometers across the country only to be greeted by the biggest surprise of his life.
We start tonight, though, with tragic news out of southern Labrador.
The RCMP says 4 people have been killed after a collision near the community of Red Bay. Here Now's Malone Mullen has been chasing this story, and she joins us now live. So Malone, what do we know so far?
Well, the RCMP told me this afternoon that as of this afternoon, they were still on the scene. They were trying to figure out what happened. They did close a portion of the Trans-Labrador Highway in order to investigate.
2 vehicles, pickup trucks, collided head-on, and what we can say is the 4 occupants in the vehicles are all deceased. No survivors of this crash.
The RCMP detachment in Fort Howe got a call just after 7 a.m. 4 passengers killed after 2 vehicles collided head-on, just north of Red Bay. A man and woman occupied one of the pickup trucks involved. 2 men were in the other pickup truck. CBC News confirmed that the 2 men in that vehicle were from West St. Modeste, a small community of about 100 just south of where the crash happened. The mayor of Red Bay tells us the crash happened just 7 kilometers from the town. The ages and identities of the victims have not been confirmed. The RCMP said they don't know yet whether foggy weather contributed to the crash.
Sometimes these investigations can take some time, where you have 2 vehicles on scene and multiple deceased. It's really hard to say exactly how long this will take.
Now, people we spoke to in the area did confirm those foggy conditions. They said visibility this morning along the highway was poor. Now, the highway has been closed for most of the day, and the RCMP aren't yet sure when it will reopen. I'm Malone Mullen reporting live for Here and Now in St. John's.
The head of the province's Veterinary Association is warning dog owners to watch what pets put into their mouths. Dr. Maggie Brown-Burry says there's been a rise in the number of dogs being brought into clinics that have consumed discarded joints and edible marijuana products. While it may seem amusing to some, she says it's a serious and sometimes costly problem. Dogs have a lower tolerance for THC, and when eaten, marijuana can cause a variety of harmful effects.
So if a dog comes in here stumbling, walking like they're drunk, dribbling pee, we go to touch them and they jump back, 99% of the time it's marijuana. We had 3 just this past weekend. For this weekend, they all were parks, trails, in the woods. We definitely get some where they got into it at home, and usually the owner knows, and that's they say, but in cases like Jigs, the owner comes in panicked. They don't know what's going on. Their dog is acting very strangely.
And that's just what happened to Jigs, a miniature golden doodle in St. John's. And coming up in about 15 minutes, more of my conversation with Maggie Brown-Burry, head of the province's Veterinary Association.
Well, more bad news for salmon anglers. DFO says no retention of salmon will be permitted in Labrador for the rest of the season. Starting tomorrow evening, all rivers in Labrador will be catch and release only. DFO made the same decision last month for rivers on the island.
Well, there's some news affecting Corner Brook Pulp and Paper. The United States Commerce Department has revised its tariffs on most Canadian newsprint producers. The new tariffs are mostly lower than those originally imposed earlier this year. Montreal-based Kruger owns the mill in Corner Brook, but the tariff on it will drop slightly to about 9.5%. But the United States will still slap an anti-dumping border tax as high as 16%.
Coming up, we're going to meet Matthew and the team behind a new invention that's going to help make his life a little easier.
Well, this province, a recent poll indicates the governing Liberals have a 10-point lead over the Conservatives. The poll indicates the Liberals have close to 46% support and the PCs 35.5%. Main Street Research says the election of Ches Crosby as leader has not changed the support level for the PCs. The NDP, led by Jerry Rogers, has 12% support. Main Street Research's latest poll surveyed 645 residents of Newfoundland and Labrador between July the 15th to the 17th. The poll has a margin of error of plus or minus 3.8% and is considered accurate 19 times out of 20.
Paul Arcus left Vancouver on a bicycle in early June and set out for Cape Spear, Newfoundland. He dodged a few moose on the way and a fair bit of nasty weather, but by the time he reached the end, some 7,400 kilometers later, his biggest surprise was waiting for him at the finish line. Here Now's Andrew Sampson reports.
He might be a long way from Melbourne, Australia, but Paul Arcus is okay going at it alone. Over his 46-day-long solo journey, he raised over $17,000 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
The stars just aligned. It was something I always wanted to do. It was always on my bucket list to cross a country, and what better country than Canada? Like, having lived here since I think 2009, you know, it's a great way to experience everything that every province has to offer.
But as Paul crisscrossed the country back home in Melbourne, his parents were planning the ultimate ambush.
We were scheming from the moment Paul left BC to come over this side of the world. I always had an inclination that I should be there, somewhere along the line, whether it be at the start or the finish.
With just a week to go before he was due in Cape Spear, they decided to make the 30-plus hour journey to surprise him, going as far as faking their location to make sure he didn't catch on.
We spoke to him the night before, and it was quite funny because I was having a chat with him and I was dead scared that he'd want to FaceTime me. And anyway, I was also dead scared I was going to say the wrong thing. So I hung up the phone after speaking, and Shelley said, what did he say? What did he say? And I said, I got no idea.
There was only 2 kilometers left in his journey when Paul spotted a cyclist in distress on the side of the road.
I'm struggling up the hill. I'm just pedaling in my own zone, and the vehicle on the side of the road had a bike behind it, and a guy kind of repairing a bike or fixing a bike. And to be honest, it was really funny because in my mind I thought, oh, he's got a car, he'll be fine. I'm not that worried. But I did ask a couple of times. I said, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? And he kind of mumbled at me and waved, and I said, oh, are you okay? And I kept riding. And I didn't realize it was actually my dad talking to me. It was my dad that was waving at me. And yeah, it was, my girlfriend was in the front seat of the car, and my mum got out of the passenger seat. And it was such an emotional moment. And honestly, it still makes me really upset talking about it, because I never in my wildest dreams thought my dad would be there to help me finish a cross-Canada ride. You know, having ridden 45 days prior solo, and then having your old man there, it was pretty special. Yeah, it still chokes me up, but that's something I'll never forget, and a highlight of my life, absolutely.
The footage says it all, and Mum and Dad reunited with their son for the first time in years at Cape Spear.
It's just an absolute awesome thing that he's done, and we're just so proud of him.
Yeah.
So we had to be part of it.
Absolutely.
We had to let him know how much we love him, and just, you know, just love everything that he does. And he's just such a great guy, and we just had to share that minute.
Yeah.
Today they're getting ready to say their goodbyes to Newfoundland, but not before checking off one more thing from Paul's bucket list: a good old-fashioned Newfoundland screech-in. Andrew Sampson, CBC News, St. John's.
Great story.
Oh, it's fantastic.
On to another one. A team of undergrads is trying to help a nonverbal boy who has a lot to say.
Yes, they're working on an invention that could help the 9-year-old hold his head up high comfortably. Here Now's Katie Breen has that story.
Matt Squires loves ice cream sandwiches, his girlfriend, and putting his mom on the spot.
I'm Sarah Hendrickson, Matthew Squires' mom.
What he doesn't like is his current headrest. Matt has cerebral palsy. He can't control his neck, so he relies on a restraint to keep his head in place. The friction can cause deep, painful wounds.
2 weeks of healing is what you see there now.
MUN students are working to design a potential fix.
So we have these 3D printed shapes. They look almost like Oreos, but they're made out of a bit of a flexible material instead of normal rigid plastic. So we're looking to have them all across Matt's head, more than just 2, but so that we can mimic a hand-like motion. And we'll have a bunch of different pads acting as larger sorts of fingertips that'll keep his head held in place.
They're calling it the Matt Hat. Pads between layers of memory foam under a sleek 3D printed shell. The design will allow Matt to sit up straight rather than lean back, making communicating, socializing, and eating much easier. The idea was so strong, It snagged the students this year's Innovative Design for Accessibility competition.
So I think the whole reason why we won really came down to Matt, and he was a superstar throughout the whole process. But this solution, if we can get it to market, won't only just affect him, but over 20,000 other Canadians who live with conditions just like Matt.
The team isn't getting course credit for their work. They're designing the prototype on their own time. But knowing just how much their invention could help its 9-year-old namesake is what's fueling them further.
I'm optimistic that they'll get this, and it'll mean really great things for Matthew. Oh yeah, oh, you gonna come up? Here.
What's up, Matthew?
Katie Breen, CBC News, St. John's.
It's fantastic. Smile says everything.
It really
right?
does.
It's a great story.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Here at the College of the North Atlantic, students will have a chance to get up close and personal with the Anaconda Gold Mine. We'll have more on that on Here and Now, coming up.
Welcome back to Here and Now. There's a new partnership between Anaconda Mining and the College of the North Atlantic. The provincial government is putting $250,000 into the collaboration, which will place students on the front lines of mining innovation. Here and Now's Kate McGilvery has the details.
To solve a problem that's as old as gold mining itself, Anaconda Mining is bringing in some ringers, students from the College of the North Atlantic. Their job? To find new ways to figure out where gold is hiding inside of rock before it's taken to the surface of the mine.
They'll be looking at ways to be able to better determine where the ore is, which makes it easier for us to be able to isolate it and then extract it.
This is the lab where chemical engineering students will come to study how to improve grade determination. Dr. Gary Thompson of CNA says it's a chance for his students to develop real-world skills.
They'll go out and they'll work in the mine, they'll work in mining labs, they'll see what conditions they face, what criteria they need.
Thompson's students are using lasers to see what's inside of rocks. That's the same technology as used by the Mars rover. He says that being able to use that technology to detect gold will serve them well in the job market.
The task they're doing will be exactly the same task they'll do when they go out and work for a company or something like that. So it's those good transferable skills.
The collaboration is getting funding from the province and from the Natural Sciences and Engineering Research Council of Canada. Only about 8 students will do an official work placement at a time, but Minister Christopher Mitchellmore sees it as part of a province-wide economic push.
The mining sector in Newfoundland and Labrador is already 5,000 jobs strong, and we want to see it continue to grow and be a significant contributor to GDP. If we look at mineral and ore shipments last year, it's over $3 billion.
Mitchellmore says that it's not only Anaconda that stands to gain from the students' research. He says that any discoveries made by the students have the potential to be used by other mining companies as well as in the oil and gas industries. Kate McGilvery, CBC News, St. John's.
Veterinarians in the St. John's area are giving a lot of TLC to dogs that have chomped into THC. In the past 2 weeks alone, vets have had to treat at least 4 canines that have eaten fragments of buttered out joints or edible marijuana products. I met up with the head of the province's veterinary association, as well as Jigs, an adorable and no longer stoned dog that she had to treat.
Hey, Jigs. Oh.
That's a beautiful dog. Yeah. Aren't you sweet? So when Jigs came to your clinic, how did she present?
Well, one of the things that she presented, you know how I just picked her up and she just smoothly sat here on the table and you're petting her and she's not really reacting? When she came in, every time she was touched, she jumped. So dogs that have gotten into marijuana are what we call hyperesthetic, which means they overreact. So if something comes to her face like this, she's leaping back. Right. You go to pick her up and she's like, oh my goodness. Like they get really startled quite easily. With Jigs, she also had a low heart rate. So when you see an animal who seems really nervous and jumpy, you're going to expect their heart rate to be high. Mm-hmm. When it's low, there's probably something causing it to be low.
So how do you know it was marijuana?
Basically because of the way she was behaving. Mm-hmm. So being hyperesthetic, having a low heart rate. The other thing we'll sometimes see, which Jigs wasn't doing, was their urinary incontinence. So they're just dribbling pee.
That's not good.
And so if a dog comes in here stumbling, walking like they're drunk, dribbling pee, we go to touch them and they jump back, 99% of the time it's marijuana.
So do you see much of this?
We do. We had 3 just this past weekend. 3? Yeah.
So where are these dogs? I think that Jigs got in Bannerman Park.
Yep.
So where is this happening?
For this weekend, they all were parks, trails, in the woods. We definitely get some where they got into it at home, and usually the owner knows, and that's they say. But in cases like Jigs, the owner comes in panicked. They don't know what's going on. Their dog is acting very strangely. So a lot of the time when we ask them, okay, what have you done today? They'll say, well, we were down in Bannerman Park. Everybody knows that people smoke in Bannerman Park.
Popular location.
Yep. And so all it takes for a dog is to pick up a roach they find on the ground, and then that can be enough. They are very sensitive to the THC.
So does a canine metabolism not process the THC very well?
They're just very sensitive to it. Much lower doses are going to hit effects with them. In Colorado, in the States, pot has been legalized for a while, and we've heard from veterinarians there that they did see an increase in toxicities because people aren't hiding it. Right? It's legal, so I can leave it on my coffee table. And dogs love everything. So they love the gummy bears that have marijuana in them.
Oh, the edibles.
Yep, yeah. They love the edibles. Mm-hmm. And dogs love chocolate, even though it's bad for them. So the brownies, the muffins, all those sort of things. Right. The dog's going to eat it, and they're not going to do well.
All right, so what should people know when they're walking their dog so that they don't eat pot?
So it's always important to watch what your dog is watching, mm-hmm. and if you see them going to sniff at something, go to pick it up, you should investigate as well. It's excellent to teach your dog the command off. So my own dog, if I say off, whatever's in her mouth, she's going to drop it, and I can look at it.
Teach your dog to drop things.
Yes. And if they happen to swallow something, just keep a close eye on them. If it was something with marijuana, it's going to happen pretty quickly. In Jigs's case, by the time they got home, she was walking strangely.
Right. And some people don't know there's actually a 24-hour service, a veterinary service.
Yes, so the Veterinary Specialty Center on Topsail Road, 24/7, they have a veterinarian in the building. So you can call ahead or you can just show up right at the door and they will look after you.
Okay. Kind of an interesting story, and hopefully some people will learn to take care of their dogs. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So you're a big dog lover,
oh, yes,
right? So be careful.
It's good advice, actually, for dog owners. I'm definitely going to be keeping that in mind when I take my dogs for a walk.
And also, you want to pay attention because in Jig's case, her owner ended up spending $600 for the overnight stay to get the intravenous fluids, then get Jigs back to normal. So be careful walking your dog.
If it says no smoking, we don't smoke here. We'll walk away and smoke where you can smoke. We're very courteous when it comes to smoking.
I don't like to smell like smoke.
Curbside courtesy.
From sidewalks to summer festivals, St. John's weighs in on public smoking.
Our update is brought to you by Take Charge Business Efficiency Program. Over 570 businesses have saved energy and taken charge of their bottom line. Find out how you can too.
Well, it's still warm. for now.
Yeah, it's really warm, and it's going to be warm tomorrow. But for the east, tomorrow evening into the weekend, we are expecting a bit of a cool down.
All right.
Yeah.
Had to
Let's have a look at some current temperatures to start. 25 degrees in St. John's right now. Central areas, of course, still very warm. Badger at 26 degrees right now. As you get into Labrador along the coast, there are some very cool temperatures and actually a risk of frost tonight for Nain. I'll get into that in a second, but for now we do have these showers that are affecting the northern peninsula right now, and the system is going to be pushing its way across the island overnight tonight into central areas, and the Avalon should start to see some showers by about 2 a.m. Not heavy showers, just a little bit of shower action. Overnight lows, we're looking at around 17 degrees in the east, 18, so it's going to be another warm, muggy night. That system in the west is going to bring about 5 millimeters of rain to Corner Brook and up along the northern peninsula, 2 to 4 in the St. Anthony area, and yes, 5 degrees as the overnight low for Nain, so there is that risk of frost in effect tonight. So as we head into tomorrow, this heat warning is still in effect, but you can see that the northeast coast is now excluded from this heat warning, and the Marystown area, the Burin Peninsula, that's been added to it. So let's see what things are going to look like when you wake up tomorrow morning. For the St. John's area, those showers overnight should be ending by the morning. We're going to start off with 20 degrees, so it's going to be a hot morning to begin. Some lingering showers there on the Burin Peninsula as well for central and western areas. Could see some cloud cover and some drizzle in the morning, and those warm temperatures continue. A bit cooler though as we get up into Labrador. So Friday afternoon, we should see a few more showers moving in later in the day for the east, mainly cloudy skies for Corner Brook, and some mix of sun and cloud for Labrador. For the St. John's area tomorrow morning, we're going to start with 20 degrees. And as I mentioned, showers ending in the morning. And you can see those winds, southwesterly winds, 30 gusting to 50. The winds are going to start to take a turn as we head in throughout the day to the westerly winds in the afternoon. And then as we get into the evening, a northerly wind is going to set in. And that is when temperatures are going to start to drop tomorrow night. We're looking at about 16 degrees as we head into Friday evening, and over on the weekend too, things are going to stay fairly cool. But for tomorrow, still staying warm, 27 degrees as the high in St. John's, a little bit cooler along the southern Avalon into central, chance of showers throughout the day. Temperatures in the low to mid 20s. On the west coast, fairly nice day coming, mix of sun and cloud there with temperatures 24 degrees in Corner Brook, 26 in Humber Valley. Up along the Straits, some cloud cover there, maybe a chance of showers, 18 degrees in Mary's Harbor. For the rest of Labrador, Nain is actually looking at a nice day tomorrow, 20 degrees with lots of sunshine, so warming up quite a bit from those overnight lows. Labrador City, 21 degrees as the high tomorrow, so a nice day coming, and Labrador is actually in for quite a nice weekend. I'll get into those details a bit later. Anthony?
Thanks, Carolyn. It's been 5 years since Memorial University implemented a campus-wide smoking ban. But with marijuana legalization in the near future, questions are now being asked about courteous smoking in public places. CBC's Ryan Brockerville has this report.
MUN used to have designated smoking areas, but 5 years ago, it cracked down completely. Students and staff now have to go off campus if they want to light up. The Alliance for Control of Tobacco says it's progress, but still isn't letting up.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of room for improvement. We still have 20% of the population smoking. That's 1 in 5 people. That's far too high. We're trying to come up with strategies to cut that back.
And Cody says it's not just cigarettes.
We have to continue to get messages to young people. We have to deal with the increase in vaping, with the electronic cigarettes and so on. And obviously we have concerns that young people begin to think that all of this is just smoking and there can't be anything wrong with it, so why not join the crowd type of thing.
On the streets of downtown St. John's, it's not hard to find people smoking. And with pot legalization around the corner, you could soon see more sidewalk smokers.
I'm not a
big fan of smoking, but I think it would be difficult if you were trying to enforce any kind of rules against someone smoking on the sidewalk.
Nobody really seems to mind when someone's smoking in front of a no smoking sign that I've noticed. Yeah, maybe it should be enforced more.
The general consensus? Just have some curbside courtesy.
It doesn't bother us, but it's kind of, if you see a sign that says don't smoke, don't smoke. Just go somewhere where you can smoke. We don't even smoke in our house.
Nope.
So we go outside and smoke.
Respectful. I mean, not everybody wants to smell the smoke. I don't like to smell like smoke.
As long as you respect the public, you respect the people around you. If there's any children or pregnant women around, try to respect your distance.
Ryan Brockerville, CBC News, St. John's.
An Ontario woman says her daughter's life has been transformed since she began treating her epilepsy with cannabis oil. Over the years, the family has tried more than a dozen medications, but they say nothing worked until she was enrolled in a new clinical trial. Adam Carter has the story.
Happy girl. Okay, get your milk, get your milk.
For much of her life, 16-year-old Abigail Waitman lived in a haze. Now, she has boundless energy.
Okay, Blue's Clues it is.
Waitman suffers from Dravet syndrome. That's an incurable, rare form of epilepsy that causes seizures, developmental delays, and learning disabilities.
She always just sort of looked like she was in a haze from the seizures and probably from the medications she was on. So they look at her now and they just see how bright-eyed she is, and they can just see that there's awareness in her eyes now for the first time.
Abigail used to have 8 to 10 seizures a month. Her mom says since taking part in a new cannabis study from the Hospital for Sick Children, Abigail is like a new person. She's only had 3 seizures this year. Family members are noticing a massive difference.
She's learning, she's trying to say new words, she's experiencing and exploring new things, so we just couldn't be more thrilled.
The Sick Kids study centered on finding acceptable dosage levels of cannabis oil for kids. It looked at both CBD and THC. Those are 2 of the main components of cannabis, though researchers say there's not enough information to make sweeping health claims about their benefits.
Researchers say 63% of kids in the study had the amount of seizures they endure cut in half, but they're cautioning against looking at this treatment as a cure-all.
Thinking of it as natural because it comes from a plant, I would caution against that. I think, you know, it's still a medication, and I think it needs to be managed by your child's doctor.
It's also not cheap. The price was covered when Abigail was an active study participant, but now it's costing her family $900 a month.
When families come to me asking about it and they want to try it, I'm very clear with them that at the moment it's not covered by any insurance companies within Canada, nor is it covered through any ministry pathway that I can help them with.
Abigail's mom is hoping for changes that could see the medication covered. Until then, she says she's willing to do whatever it takes to keep her daughter's seizures at bay.
You're just heartbroken every time she would have another one. And that's why as a parent, you're like willing to try anything that you hear that gives you any little bit of hope.
Adam Carter, CBC News, Toronto.
As near as I can tell, the only thing that these sports share is the boats float and they go backwards.
It's not just the locals coming up.
Meet the Come From Away crews who rode in yesterday's Royal St. John's Regatta.
Congratulations to Group M5.
Lots of cheers. The championship regatta rowers got their medals last night at a ceremony that capped off the Regatta Day races. The M5 women's team also got the championship trophy, as you can see, and the team's time in last night's championship race, a reminder if you weren't tuned in, 5 minutes, 3 seconds, 0.58, and during the morning race, the M5 team broke a record.
Wow. The Outer Cove team took the men's championship title. They also got their medals last night and got sprayed with some champagne. The Outer Cove team had a championship time of 9:06:34. After that, the celebrating began.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. Looks like, doesn't it? A bit of fun. His trophy looks pretty heavy. Good thing they're rowers. Now, many people think of the regatta as a townie thing.
Yes, but this year some come-from-aways competed as well. Here now's Jeremy Eaton caught up with them.
Our team is based out of Toronto, Ontario. We're called the Six from the Six. Typically in our type of rowing, we're used to singles, doubles, quads, fours, and eights, never a six. So the fact that there's 6 of us, and we're from the 416 in Toronto, so the Six from the Six.
Why did you want to come to the Royal St. John's Regatta?
Well, it's the 200th regatta. We're kind of adventure seekers. It was on everyone's bucket list, and none of us have ever been to Newfoundland. So for those 3 reasons, we found ourselves here.
Now, your crew is a little bit different because you've never been fixed seat rowing before. How much of a change was that for you and the crew behind you?
As near as I can tell, the only thing that these sports share is the boats float and they go backwards.
And I also understand that you don't have to make a turn. What was that like for you?
It's riveting. It's a very unique exercise, and I found myself on starboard, so that was a whole bunch of fun.
How often now, I understand because you only came here, I think you arrived on Thursday.
Thursday night.
Thursday night. How many practice runs did you get on the water?
Friday morning we had a yellow flag, so we learned about broadside winds. That was exciting. Friday afternoon was a red flag, so we didn't have to get out. We did a couple spins on Saturday. One of them was a race, so our 3rd row was a race, and then we got one practice yesterday.
You just won your heat. How special is that for people who've never rowed fixed seat before?
It's tremendously special. We can only give the credit to Patricia Murphy, who was able to get us up to speed and sort us out and give us turtle wax for our behinds.
So first of all, just tell me a little bit about this team. How long you've been together, where you're from?
Well, this is the 3rd year for Barrie Group, but this year we have 3 new team members. So we're basically a revamped Barrie Group this year.
Now, this team isn't from St. John's. Where's the team from and where do you train?
We train, it's at the end of the Humber River where the mouth comes into the bay. So we're kind of in saltwater and freshwater. So, but everyone lives in Cornerbrook, so we're just there the whole time.
So can I ask why 6 women from Cornerbrook want to row in the St. John's Regatta for the last couple of years?
I mean, why wouldn't we? You know, and this year is a bicentennial year, so it's such a huge event, and it's just great even being here in the atmosphere and everything. Like, to even row in here in general is amazing because it's completely different than back home, so it's just a great vibe.
So other than the fact that you're on the Humber, which is part fresh, part salt water, is it sliding or fixed seat? What's the big difference from here?
It's fixed seat, but our boats are a lot heavier. They were actually donated from St. John's, I don't know how many years ago, but apparently the boats are like 100 years old. So they're a lot heavier, the water's heavier to row through. It's definitely builds up our endurance a bit more. But out here you have to be a lot more technical because it's so much tippier, and even the oar locks are lower. We're not kind of used to that either, so.
So how much training time do you get, because you all live 700 kilometers away, how much training time do you get here in St. John's?
Only 2 times when we come for time trials and then when we're here for a regatta, so.
And for those who aren't aware, you just won, not only did you win your heat, you won your heat handedly.
For how much we rowed and how many challenges we did have this year and the new members and everything, I think we did pretty good.
Ooh, how often do you find yourself glancing down at your phone when it buzzes or dings? And be honest, how often do you check it each day? Well, many of us already feel as if we're addicted to these things. And a new study from Britain shows that we probably are, and it's just getting worse. Katie Simpson reports.
Walking through the busy streets of London, it's not necessarily unusual to bump into someone who's looking down at their smartphone. And it seems the addiction to information is getting stronger. A new report out of the UK finds that people here are looking at their phones every 12 minutes and spending about 24 hours online every week.
Well, I usually have my phone like wherever I go.
When I'm not working, I'm usually checking Facebook or something, yeah.
Oh, I'm just responding to messages, quite honestly, at the moment.
Researchers found there are still some taboos. Most people over the age of 55 find it incredibly rude to check a phone during a meal. But for people under the age of 35, they're not as offended.
You've got to find a balance of when it's acceptable and when it's not, right?
10 years ago, we had many different devices. We had MP3 players to listen to music. We had satellite navigation systems to take us around. Today, all of that is compacted into one device. And now 8 in 10 of us own a smartphone and really spend our entire lives on that smartphone.
To ease that dependence, some social media giants, including Facebook and Instagram, are introducing new tools to limit how much time a user can spend on the app. And just maybe that'll get people to stop scrolling and look up. Katie Simpson, CBC News, London.
Well, speaking of phones, if you're wondering how often you're on social media sites, Facebook and Instagram are introducing an option to track that. The tool will allow people to see how much time they've spent on the app that day. Users can also set daily limits. Once they hit their limit, they'll get an alert. Notifications can also be muted for a set time frame. A recent survey found people check their phones an average of 47 times per day. Well, some former Sears Canada employees are enraged to learn that since the retailer's demise, board members have earned more than $600,000, money that laid-off workers say should go towards paying severance. CBC business reporter Jacqueline Hansen has that story.
According to court documents, so far this year, Sears' 4 board members have received more than $600,000 and cost the company about the same in professional fees. Meanwhile, Sears retirees have had their pensions cut, and many former employees are still waiting to find out if they'll get any money from the company to make up for severance payments that were cut short or cut completely.
They need to pay people severance, and that's where the money should go to, not these board of directors. There's no reason to have them. The board of directors should be terminated or cut or reduce their payment by 90%.
In an affidavit, the chair of the board tried to justify its role, saying the board has been heavily involved in the court process, all with a view to maximizing value and acting in the best interest of the company.
Behind the scenes, they're still functioning to sell the real estate assets and to deal with the winding down of operations and the CCAA process itself. The company still exists throughout the process.
Despite former employees' frustrations, lawyer Tamara Ramsey says paying board members while a company is in bankruptcy protection is often necessary.
It's like the captain going down with the ship. They've got a duty to act in the best interest of the company and to make decisions on behalf of the company. And so they need to continue to do that until the company is no more.
The law firm that represents former Sears employees will argue for the board's removal in court later this month, but it's a fight that Ramsey says will be difficult to win. Jacqueline Hansen, CBC News, Toronto.
Crews in Northern Ontario have learned that Parry Sound fire is much larger than first thought. It has grown to a whopping 110 square kilometers in size. Well, it's time now to meet our young athlete of the day. This is Jensen Cody. Great smile, Jensen. Jensen plays hockey with the Marystown Mariners and T-ball with the Marystown Miners.
Jensen also enjoys playing golf, basketball, and swimming. Congratulations, Jensen.
Okay, here in the Avalon, Carolyn, I don't know if, has there ever been this much consecutive heat?
I don't know
I'm not
the
trying to
answer.
stump you. I'm not trying to stump
Put me on
you.
the spot there, Anthony.
Tune in tomorrow.
I will have that answer tomorrow. But right now, I'm not really sure. But you know, it's a lot. It's just a lot of heat. But before we get to the weather,
Yes,
we got a really cute photo.
Good news. We gained a viewer tonight, which we're always happy on Here and Now. You may recall we were talking about Jigs, who inadvertently gobbled up some marijuana in Bannerman Park. And Jigs knew that she was going to be a star tonight. And there she is. Now we just got to get Jigs turning around and watching the right way. What an adorable dog. Anyway, thank you to the Jigs owner family for passing that on.
Yeah, and a very informative story, I thought.
That's good.
All right, so back to the weather. Yeah, the weekend is a little bit of a downer for the east.
Really?
A little bit, yeah. I'll get to it. Let's just have a look. Yeah, let's have a look. So I'm going to start with the satellite and radar, have another look at the system that's moving across the northern peninsula right now, bringing some rain to the Corner Brook area, about 5 millimeters of rain expected there, and that system is going to track across the island overnight tonight, bringing some showers to the Avalon and for parts of central as well, but it won't be very heavy showers. Should start to clear off by the morning. Then we're looking at mostly a mix of sun and cloud, and then a few more showers moving in later in the afternoon. A nice day coming for pretty much all of Labrador. Clear skies you can see there. Now we still have this heat warning in effect. It's worth another mention for sure because tomorrow is still going to be very hot for all of these places. The northern Avalon, the Burin Peninsula, right over to the Deer Lake area. So these are the temperatures we're looking at tomorrow. 27 degrees in St. John's, but with the humidex, it's going to feel more like 30 degrees. 26 in Marystown, Grand Falls, Windsor area. Could see some showers early in the day. 24 degrees as the high there, and mostly a mix of sun and cloud for the west coast, and 24 degrees as the high. For Labrador, looking at a great day for Labrador City tomorrow. 21 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud. A little bit heavier cloud cover in Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and Nain having a nice sunny day tomorrow as they head into the weekend. So Friday night is when things are going to change in the east. You can see some showers here 8 o'clock tomorrow night. If you're heading out, this is worth noting. The winds are changing to a northerly wind. And as we get into Saturday, Labrador is looking fantastic. Barely a cloud in the sky, but central areas of the island in for some showers tomorrow. Mostly a mix of sun and cloud. For the St. John's area, 17 as the high for Saturday. So very different than the temperatures that we've been used to lately. And for the west coast, a chance of showers and 20 degrees as the high. But just look at Labrador. 24 sun and cloud for western Labrador and 27 for eastern Labrador on Saturday. So a great weekend for Labrador. As we get into Sunday, showers. More showers for the island. So it'll start in the west and work its way across to the east. On Sunday, chance of showers in the east, maybe a bit later on in the day. 16 degrees as the high. Warmer in central areas with those showers, 23 degrees, and some showers for the west as well, 24 there. And another great day, some hot temperatures for eastern Labrador, 28 degrees as the high on Sunday. So you can see here where the temperature really changes tomorrow night, because tomorrow, Friday, in St. John's, it's going to be 27 degrees, but in the nighttime, the overnight low goes right down to 12 degrees, and then the next day, we're at 17 degrees. So you can see where that change is happening. Sunday, we're looking at that cloudy skies with a chance of showers, and as we head into Monday, some more showers coming. And those temperatures bumping up a bit, though, as we get into the work week. For central areas, some showers on the weekend, but that starts to clear off, and those hot temperatures continue for the next week, as well as for western Newfoundland, the Corner Brook area, looking at a mix of sun and cloud. Eastern Labrador, after that lovely weekend you have, some showers will move in, but those temperatures are going to stay nice and warm. And for western Labrador, some more showers you can expect as you begin your work week. Anthony?
Well, shifting now to weather on the mainland. Better weather conditions are helping crews in northern Ontario get a clearer picture of a fire that's been burning there now for more than 2 weeks. They've learned that the Parry Sound fire is even larger than they thought, covering an area of 110 square kilometers. The CBC's Ali Chiasson is in Albin, Ontario with this update.
The smoke has lifted significantly here in Albin, but it's important to have things like these masks handy because the conditions can change in an instant. One municipality can have a clear few hours while then one next to it is blanketed in smoke. Where I am, residents say they're not so sure how much longer they can safely stay, or at the very least comfortably stay, in their own home.
Like this morning, it smells the fire. Like it's not a very good smell. I just hope they can control the fire so we don't lose the houses. And
see it in your home for sure. Now the only thing with your house is you got to keep your windows closed and everything, and you can't use your air conditioning because it smokes it out inside the house. So the only thing is, like I say, we hope for rain. And the wind wouldn't be bad, but wouldn't help the fire any. So it's rain we need.
The residents are praying for rain, and so are the firefighters. One thing that is helping them out now 2.5 weeks into the blaze is the wind. Have a listen.
What that allowed is for us to get our crews into areas where maybe it wasn't safe to do so before. So they were able to establish some hose line perimeter on the east side. And that hopefully when the winds switch back to where they've been coming out of predominantly out of the south-southwest, that will help us contain that area of the fire that was previously more active.
And that's thanks to all of the different firefighters they have battling this blaze. Some from Alberta, some from the United States, and some from Mexico. The fire is technically called Parry Sound 33, but residents here call it the Monster. Ali Chiasson, CBC News, Albin, Ontario.
2 paramedics are charged in the death of a 19-year-old described as a good Samaritan. Yosef Al-Hasnawi was shot last December, and it happened after he tried to help an older man who was being accosted outside a mosque in Hamilton. Witnesses say the paramedics were too slow to act.
Yelling at the paramedic, please take him to the hospital. He said, no, he's okay. I heard them. They said he's acting, and they laughing with each other.
It took the paramedics 38 minutes to get Al-Hasnawi to hospital. Police have 53-year-old Stephen Snively and 29-year-old Christopher Marchant. They've been charged. Their union says it is confident that the pair will be cleared of any wrongdoing.
And remember, you can watch Here and Now while on the go. We're broadcasting live on YouTube. You can also catch past episodes on demand. Just go to YouTube and subscribe to CBC NL. Well, tonight we have the 4th in our series of do-it-yourself car repairs. Have you ever found yourself needing a boost or found yourself in a situation where someone is asking you to boost them? Our mechanic Kelly Denine walks us through how to do it.
If you live in Newfoundland, chances are at least once in your life you're going to need to boost your car. Locate the positive terminal. It's always located underneath a red cap with a plus sign on. Take your red clamp and clamp it directly over your terminal like this. Next, take your negative battery terminal and hook it onto the access point. We don't hook it to the negative terminal. It's always hooked onto a metal part on the car. Once your terminals are hooked up, turn the battery charger on and go start your car. Perfect. If you don't have a booster pack, you could use a simple set of battery cables. These battery cables are pretty affordable. You can pick them up in most roadside assistance kits for like less than $30. The most important thing about these cables is before you hook them up to any car, make sure that they don't touch each other, because if they do, it could cause a nasty spark. Hook it up exactly the way that I showed you on the booster pack. With your red one on the positive cable and your black one on your metal contact point on your vehicle. And then you just get inside and start it up, just like with the battery pack.
Here's our viewer photo of the day. Isn't that great?
I think I know this one.
That's an easy one.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know, I guess, where this was taken after the break. And who sent it? A very well-known, actually, photographer in St. John's. He sends us lots of beautiful shots. All of that coming up.
That's pretty. Well, now to an unlikely discovery that was made in Manitoba this week by a passing boater. Now, it's not clear how these 7 puppies, yes, those are puppies, yelping, it's not clear how they ended up on this uninhabited island.
But a boater heard their cries and decided to stop. He found and fed the hungry pups before calling animal rescue.
And they'll eventually be put up for adoption by the Winnipeg Pet Rescue. In the meantime, rescuers have dubbed them the Gilligan's Island Crew.
Oh,
They're pretty hungry.
Goodness, I bet they're hungry.
Now, how would they end up over there?
Oh, I don't want to know, I don't think.
No, it's not a good thing, but at least someone found them. Look, the tail's wagging.
They are lucky dogs for sure.
Yeah, very cute.
Hopefully they will get really loving homes.
Yep, lots of them too. It's a big litter.
Yeah. All right, now to our viewer photo of the day. Have a look. Gorgeous shot of the fireworks.
Of course.
Lakeside at the regatta. That was just the night before the regatta, actually. So, yeah, Kitty.
So who sent it?
This was sent by none other than Alex Sweet.
Of course.
Yes, he takes many beautiful shots. And
he
thank
sure
you very
does.
much for sending this one in to us. And if anyone else has a photo you'd like to see on air, you can just email it to nlphotos@cbc.ca.
Mm-hmm. And you can take pictures of pretty much anything.
Yeah.
Right?
We get a lot of sunsets.
Almost anything. It's a beautiful province, so just keep it nature-like. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
No awkward selfies. See you tomorrow.
Good night.